Yeah, hi, Josh, you ready? Come on.
The statement arraignment is on Francisco Garcia. He was in custody last time we were here.
So the case upstairs got dismissed, I see, huh? Is that what happened? Okay. Francisco Garcia, come up. Ours is 165 days old. Is that right, Josh?
That actually doesn't seem.
Oh, no, it's from
right.
January.
It's from January, Your Honor.
Right, what is it?
The older case, the.
Oh, there are two cases or there's just one?
Well, the felony case was from a different transaction, and that was from
Why?
September, so maybe that's the
Page
number.
7? Why does it say it's 165 days old? Mr. Garcia, you were charged with assault, bodily injury. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Please.
Your Honor, bear with me, here's a little bit of a longer summary.
That's okay. There's no rush.
On January 3rd, 2025, a witness reported that at 1200 Baker Street in Harris County, Texas, which is JPC, the defendant was assaulted the complainant by punching him multiple times in the head, by kicking him in the upper body area. The officer observed on surveillance video the inmate Elijah Ibarra, inmate Santiago Trevino, and inmate Nathan Garcia, and defendant Francisco Garcia exit the B cell and approach the complainant, who was standing in the day room in front of the POTS control center. Inmate Trevino positioned himself to the right of the complainant, while inmate Ibarra and inmate Garcia moved around the pillar to stand directly behind the complainant. Meanwhile, inmate Vasquez, inmate Jasso, and defendant Roberto Garcia exited their cell and walked towards the day room table where the complainant was located. Inmate Vasquez positioned himself in front of inmate Trevino and began speaking with the complainant. Inmate Jasso stood to the complainant's left, while defendant Francisco Garcia and defendant Cordova and defendant Modello stood across from him on the other side of the day room table, and defendant Roberto Garcia, who had his left hand wrapped in unknown material, walked behind the pillar. Inmate Vasquez grasped the complainant's right wrist, and inmate Ibarra and inmate Garcia began to deliver several closed fist strikes to the back of the complainant's head. The complainant jumped up onto the table to attempt to get away, but was pulled down from inmate Trevino as he delivered a right strike to his head area. Defendant Francisco Garcia, defendant Roberto Garcia, and defendant Cordova were then observed striking the complainant with closed fists to the head and torso areas as the other inmates participated as the complainant attempted to get away. The complainant fell to the ground, and inmate Jasso and inmate Garcia and inmate Ibarra and inmate Vasquez began striking him with closed fists and kicks to the head and upper torso. The complainant attempted to get away by crouching on the day room tables. Another inmate walked around the day room table in front of him and began striking the complainant with closed fists as the other defendants continued to strike him in the head and upper torso area. Around 9:29 p.m., the complainant ran quickly to the control center window as inmate Garcia continued to strike and assault him. The defendants and inmates cornered the complainant by the window and began to deliver closed fist strikes and kicks to the head and upper torso area. Inmate Marmogello grabbed the waistband of the inmate county-issued uniform pants and began dragging him towards the exit cell door as he was beginning to get assaulted. Before dragging him to the floor, the inmate struck him with a right closed fist in the head area before walking away. After assaulting the other identified inmates, inmate Ibarra walked towards the complainant and used his left foot to kick him in the upper body area before walking away. The officers went to 5B to interview the complainant, and it was translated since the complainant did not speak English. The complainant stated that he was assaulted to intimidate him and reported that he felt pain and discomfort to the left side of his face and the left side of his upper body. The officers observed small bruises over the complainant's face and a golf ball-sized knot on the left cheek area.
Mr. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of weapons, and not to have any contact with the co-defendants. I will protect my community at all costs. If you endanger my community, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It is your responsibility to stay in touch with counsel as well. If judge tells me he can't get a hold of you, I will revoke your bond. No
Yes,
more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Sir.
Okay. I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you get free to go.
Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Josh. So do you mind filing me?
Absolutely.
Are you here for Frank?
Yes,
Okay.
we work together, Your Honor.
So Hooper.
Yes.
And Your Honor, we'll waive probable cause.
Okay. Anything aggravating?
No,
this case?
Your Honor.
Just standard FSGI? Mr. Hooper, you were charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. You were facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys are waived for probable cause. So, can you run his license to see if he has a Texas driver license?
It is eligible.
Okay, I am also ordering you not to drive without valid liability insurance in your name. If you do not have car insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. It is one of your bond conditions. Do you understand? If I find that you do, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Likewise, if you pick up any more cases, it's just not going to go well for you. You have a lawyer. Because you have one, I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get hold of you because you've gone AWOL or you're ducking and dodging, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. You understand? All right, so I'll have you sign a receipt of Victoria while we take a seat, while we get your bond condition, let me sign it, and then you'll be free to go. All right? Thank you.
Your Honor.
Please. So no driving without a Texas driver license and liability insurance, please.